Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo, you're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Dinobot Slug. And I really like this figure, I have to say. I love his Dino mode, I love his robot mode. His transformation can be a little difficult with the Dino arms and robot arms actually. Not difficult, but it's just moving some things around, you gotta be like careful just because some space can be an issue. But I still love this figure. I love the color scheme. I think this like orangey red color really blends well with this purple. It's like a shiny purple and the dark gunmetal. It all comes together very well. So yes, very nicely done figure. Cool Autobot logo right there. I love it when they do red Autobot logos. I don't know why. I just think the red Autobot logos are my favorite. His eye is painted nice, like a metallic-y navy blue, or maybe like a metallic-y turquoise. Very well done. Even has some nice bolding and detail for the eye, which is very cool. I love his face. His face is very vicious and tough. I love the horns here at the bottom. Those look really cool. And I especially love his teeth, even though Triceratops aren't really known for having sharp teeth, seeing as they are herbivores. But he makes it work so well. I mean, look at those teeth. They look awesome. And as you can see, he does have a moving jaw, which I think is a necessity for any animal transformer. And just take a look at that beautiful mane. That mane looks amazing. It looks so cool with all the jagged spikes and everything. It just looks awesome. Along with the shoulder pads, it all just comes together so well. I'm not crazy about this tail, just because it's weird. It looks like he's got like spines coming out of it, like it's a rib cage or something. And it's a completely different color from the rest of it. But I can overlook that. It's not a big deal. As far as his range of movement, he does have ball joints at the shoulder pieces, but yeah, see, these kind of get in the way, so it can be difficult at times to move. A hinge at the elbows of the dino feet, and then ball jointed at the well, it's at the thigh of the robot mode, and then he also has a hinge for transformation, but it does go backwards, so it's kind of weird, but I don't even bother with it. And then this moves too, I guess you want to call that tail articulation. It's at a double hinge also, so I guess that counts. He does have his blades coming out of the sides. That is actually accurate. If you look at the concept art for Slug, he does have blades sticking out of his sides. So while it is weird, it's storage for his swords, and it's accurate, so I can live with it. And just so you can see Slug here with these leader Grimlock. I don't know why I stunned on that one for a second. But they do look very well together. Again, aesthetically and the paint jobs, everything, molding, it's all very well done together. They do look like a team. So very cool. I think they look great together. So to transform Slug, we'll start by removing his swords just to get them out of the way. And then we'll go ahead and just get the feet going just because they're easy. So we want to take this, I guess, back piece. And it's on a double hinge, so just let's fold it up, move it out of the way. And then what you want to do is just fold out the foot or leg, and then fold up the dino foot to make the knee pad. So that looks cool. Bring out the robot foot, and that's done. I do like when they use the, I don't know why, but I do like it when the animals modes of any kind, you know, mammal, reptile, dinosaur, well, not fish, but any of those modes, when they take the feet and make them into knee pads. I don't know why they do that for Swoop and Strafe and all those figures. And I like them. I think they look good as knee pads. They just work for me. And anyways, you're going to take this, what's going to be the arms, which is now, I guess, the chest of the Dino mode. And they are tabbed in. So just untab them just to get them out of the way. And this is where it's a little complicated. This piece needs to like kind of fold around. And that can be hard. So what we're going to start by doing is fold out the whole chest area, which will be the arms, again, as I said, just to get it out of the way, because you are going to need some space. We'll rotate this kind of downward and out. There you go, see? Because you want to have it like that. And we'll do that again on this side. And you have to fold it around his beautiful mane. And again, I think that's part of the reason why I might have a little less paint than when I originally started with this figure. So, yeah. Gotta work on that, Hasbro. Anyways, so then we'll go ahead and split the head up. It's kind of hard to find a grabbing point just because there's a lot of rubber and you don't want to bend the rubber. But once you get a good spot, just kind of split it up. There you go. Bring it around, and you can see his head is right there. It did hide pretty well. I'm surprised how well it hid. You couldn't even tell it's there, really, even though it's not folded in or anything. But anyways, you want to fold out the wrists, and then close up this piece, so that way it makes the arm. Fold out the wrists, close up the chest. Now we have arms. Now this is pretty cool. Basically, now that we have this whole setup, what we're going to do is pretty much fold out the whole body, like the whole chest, and everything kind of like sets itself into place. Like this here, this chest area here is actually foldable. You can see it folds inward. So you bring it out, and that kind of sets everything. We're going to take the mane and fold it in just so it doesn't have just half a face there. It kind of gives it some armor and makes it look a little neater. And then what we're going to do is this dino foot has a tab right in there, and we're going to tab that into the slots. And it's very secure. At first, when I first saw that and I first tried it, I was like, I really just don't think this is going to stay at all. I think the tab's going to just pop out at every 5 seconds. But no, you get it in and it's staying in. So I do like that. I just need to get it. There we go. So yeah, so that's not going anywhere. He's locked in. He's locked and loaded. We're good. Don't even worry about that. So there we go. We're done. This kind of just hangs here. I mean, you do fold this up to make it a little better. It kind of got like a back skirt going on because these spines here get in the way, so you can't really fold it up anymore. And then also you got this in the way, so yeah, it's about as far as you're going to get with that. I kind of just leave it as a back skirt. I think it looks fine as a back skirt. It works for me. Kind of blends in with everything. There's a lot of gunmetal on it, so it's fine. But here he is. He looks really nice. For articulation, he doesn't have a shoulder just because his shoulders are connected all here. He does have this part of the shoulder right way out here that is separated, but this giant shoulder pad does get in the way. So you can kind of bring it out. You can bring it back. You can't really bring it up more than that. But he does have an elbow bend, so that works for me. Nothing at the wrist, unfortunately. I mean, it does fold like that, like a gorilla arm, which they did do a lot on these Dinobots. A lot of gorilla arm Dinobots, unfortunately, but not a huge deal. Waist swivel, surprisingly, he does have waist. So, and it does go pretty well. I mean, these kind of do get in the way, but you can get a lot. Look at that. You can get a lot out of these waists, which I'm surprised about. And now, oops, I got some stuff stuck. Anyways, at the thigh, we do have a ball joint. Good range movement. Again, he does get kind of hindered. Bend at the knee, double bend because it's a hinge here and then the transformation joint, so that's nice. You got a good full range of leg movement. Thigh swivel, as per usual. Nothing really at the feet. I mean, he does have his ankle fold in due to transformation, but again, really that's not much. But you can get some pose out of him, I'm sure. I mean, I'm going to try to do something. I've had some decent poses. I do this too. Then just put his swords in his arms and or hands. Yes, he looks like he's ready to like battle charge. See, there you go. You get a really good pose out of him just from that. So people may say there's a lack of movement in a lot of these figures. It's all about creativity. Just get creative and you'll find something that you like. So this guy, he does have a very basic head sculpt. I mean, it is just pretty much a visor. And then like you kind of got like this nose coming out like it's a knight's helmet, which I do like. I think that looks very cool. I do like the gladiatorial samurai knight. Just basically, it basically looks like they took the most badass warriors throughout man's history and then just put them together. Like they put a samurai, gladiator, Viking, knight, and just like meshed them together into different Dinobots, and it looks really well. It looks awesome. You can see Grimlock does tower over him. Slug is a very well done scale. I think he's like the perfect size for a Triceratops versus a T-Rex and all the other characters they made. So very well done with the scale. I do like it. They look great together. He does have more of the samurai look, whereas he has more of the knight look. So it's cool that they have the diversity and the warrior aesthetics. So to transform this guy, we'll start by unfolding the arms. So completely fold everything back, make sure it's completely folded. Rotate the wrist inward. Do it on both sides. Oops, I'm doing it backwards. Again, make sure it's completely all the way tabbed. There we go. rotate these wrists, and then just fold up the feet, put those back in, rotate the whole leg backwards. Let's get this out. Rotate the dino feet up. They used to be the knee plates, now they're not. We'll go ahead and bring these shoulder pieces, I was about to say pads, but they're not really shoulder pads. Chest plates, I guess. These are the pecs. Yeah, these will be pecs. So bring them forward. Make sure to untab these feet. I was wondering why I was giving trouble. Untab those, I guess, the knees of the feet out of the waist of the robot. Fold up the mane, get that out of the way, bring it all forward. There you go. It's all coming together now. And now this is, again, my least favorite part, but it's got to get done. We're going to fold back this here, dino foot mode. Foot. And then do it on both sides. And we'll bring down the, what will be now the rib cage, I guess. Well, we'll bring these out, actually. Get these out of the way. Let's get those out of the way. Bring down the rib cage. And again, that does tab in. So once we get it all situated, I'll tab it all together. Just make sure this is all lined up first. There you go. See, this is already tabbing in by itself. I just need to get stuff out of the way. And then we'll, there we go. See, once you get it all lined up, it tabs in very well. So bring this back now. Bring the feet. Bring up this weird spiny piece. Get that out. Probably want to put his head back together. I'd suggest that. Get that going. There we go. Fold in nicely. The rubber bits even fold together very nice, which I'm surprised about. Usually rubber does not hold, but this does hold very well. And there we go. He's back. He's back in action. Back to do some damage. So I think this is a really awesome figure, guys. I highly suggest it for your Dinobot collection because the Dinobots do look fantastic. I look at them on my shelves and they look great together. I'm excited to get Slug and Snarl. Those will be great. Again, paint jobs could be better as far as quality goes. I think the quantity is great. They do have a good amount of paint. More paint than I've seen on a lot of my past figures recently. I look at the Prime line and they have good paint, but not as much as what they could have. Whereas these guys have great paint. They have fantastic paint. Just the quality. I'm noticing a lot of paint is coming off. So let's work on that. I think that's something that needs to be fixed. If anything needs to fix, I'd rather have quality paint than quantity paint. I'd rather have less paint that stays than more paint that I'm going to notice is gone. So, other than that, I think these are great figures. Fantastic. Some of the best we've seen in a long time. So, really glad to have this Age of Extinction figures in my collection. The best figures out of all the movies, hands down. So anyways, guys, don't forget to follow me on Tumblr at Meccation and Instagram at Mechas of Ironheart. And I want you all to have a great day.